though she can't walk like a normal person like you or I could walk, but she hasn't let that stop her. So I look forward to her doing wonderful things, much more great and mighty things.
Danielle, it's my granddaughter, and I really love her very, very much. And she is a sweet granddaughter. I wouldn't ask for nothing no better. No one else no better.
Our fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven terrain, barring any injuries, is 4 miles per hour. What I need from each and every one of you is a full target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, and doghouse in that area. Your fugitive has just cashed in his 401k plan, and all he had to do was roll it over.
Learn about rollovers and protecting your financial future, and choose to save.
You can't mess with a big dog.
Welcome back to In Your House with Antoine Clemens. A wise man once said, don't go where there is no path. Instead, go where there is a path and leave a trail. And I'm standing here with Keith Dean. And this segment is entitled, What's Cooking in the Kitchen? Keith, we have had an exciting show today, a show where we drop the scripts, we drop the funny to talk about some serious topics, community development, outreach, things that's going on with people personally. As this launched our fourth episode, and as we move to many others, we decided, what other shows wouldn't have, and, we decided to talk about something serious and get out there in the community. So Keith, we're going to talk about right now in this segment, which is your segment. So we're going to handle some things, talking about our experience with today's show and our experience in the documentary that we're shooting on Danielle.
Well, first of all, it's always a great honor to be a part of a great movement. As far as the show goes, it's been going very, very, very well. I'm very astonished to see what's been going on with the show. Danielle, great person. Miss Kemp, I saw the episode with the Secret Millionaire, and I was quite inspired. Things was happening, and it's good to see people in our community that's giving back and helping out, and starting to see that most of the things that we need to come together is starting to come together.
Right. And you, Kiki, Brad, those in the recording studio, those in the control room, those that's working behind the scenes on the show, when we met to talk about, doing this actual show, we talked about, dropping, the entertainment for one day, and to get out here and talk about definitely some topics. And you as associate producer of the show, we work hands-on and getting things together to make sure the show is, the best show possible, a show that will single-handedly change public access. But as we work, we see different things in our city and our community. We're filmed right here and located in Gary, Indiana, and we go through our city, and, we love the city. But me, on the other hand, I was given an opportunity. I just graduated from Wirt High School. It's last year, and my auntie, she was saying that she was tired of the city of Gary, and how I was given an option whether to stay here by myself or to move to Ohio. And I love the city so much that I gave up that opportunity, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to move to Ohio. I think I have a purpose here. And with no parental support, with no guidance, I just basically branched out and moved out on my own. And I wanted to start that journey in Gary. You, on the other hand, you lived in Gary, and your parents moved you guys out of the city. What makes you think that a family would move their kids or their family outside of a city, out to another city?
To me, I think, on my behalf, and me and my sister, it was just, at the time, it was me and my sister before my little sister Deja came around. At the time, growing up in Gary, in between the ages of from birth to about, I would say, 11, 12, maybe 13. My parents, basically moved us out the city for a better environment at the time, where we were staying. I grew up around 13th and Marshall, and my parents' house was on 7th and Johnson. So being in that area, my parents didn't really want us in the outside, you know, being involved in the violence and stuff like that. So by moving us to a better place, which was a better environment, getting us into a better school system, you know, as far as our education, you know what I'm saying, trying to basically give us our best, a higher level of, you know, basically better in ourselves as a whole.
Do you personally think there's a change between the two cities, between Gary and the city that you're located in now?
Right now, when we actually moved to Maryville at first, and then I went to Maryville High School. And then my last year of high school, we moved to Crown Point. And in those transitions, there's been, to me, drastic changes. You know, my attitude has gotten a lot better. I'm not around the same environment or the same people that I used to be around. It's just, to me, I think it has been a change, you know, from my parents helping us, guiding us, showing us, you know what I'm saying, the right way and how to be successful.
Do you have plans in the future to come back to the city of Gary?
Most definitely. I do have plans. I would love to get back, you know, to where my roots are, you know, because I was born and raised in Gary. And I do have big plans on coming back to the city of Gary and giving back, trying to start several organizations for the youth, giving the youth opportunity to have a voice, helping out, just helping, you know, being a helping hand, you know what I'm saying, basically just having handouts, you know, so not basically taking in all the time, just handing out. Definitely.
And this has definitely been an awesome show, and it's really a humbling show. And you said, and I quote, you know, just the other day, you know, if you was given $1 million, your first investment would be right here in the city of Gary. And we all need to have that mentality to not say, well, Gary has nothing or the city has nothing. When there's opportunities out there, we just got to know how to tap into them and, you know, and give out more and give more instead of being more to having our hand out for handouts and giving out. You know, as we seen with Mrs. Kemp earlier, you know, she was saying since the beginning of her organization, she just kept giving and kept giving and kept giving. And finally, you know, a door opened that Secret Millionaire came in and gave her, you know, 20 grand, and how I'll feel, you know, after, you know, giving and finally someone come in and give me. It's definitely an humbling experience to know that someone out there is paying attention and someone out there is watching. Well, it's definitely been an honor with having you on the show, and we look to move into many other shows. And this is it for What's Cooking in the Kitchen, and we'll be right back with more In Your House with Antoine Clemens.
You're in the house with Antoine. You're in the house with Antoine. You're in the house with Antoine.
This is not a race. On the road to financial independence, the winners are the ones who stay the course. Learn more about securing your financial future and choose to save. It will pay off in the long run.
Hopefully, everyone watching at home, you grew from this as I did. You know, it's a very humbling experience for me. And tune in for more In Your House with Antoine Clemens.